Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm a little short on time, so I'm just going to edit this video and give an explanation real quick. So for today's strength giant set, I'm doing the axle bench press with that really thick axle bar, no knurling, 2 inches thick in diameter, and has no give at all, unlike a barbell. And as I'm going up in weight, I'm also going to be doing some trap bar farmer carries, which we're going to get into in a minute to discuss the title of this video. And I'm also going to be doing some jump ropes in between for some conditioning to get those shoulders warmed up and my legs. And that's going to be the giant set for the day. And after each round, I'm going to add more weight to the axle bar for the strength portion of this workout, but I'm going to keep the weight the same on the trap bar for the farmer walks. And there's a reason for that. So for now, what we're going to discuss for the title of this video is what the heck is an antagonistic movement. Now, when you read a story in a book or watch a movie, there's the protagonist, which is usually what the story is about. It could be the hero, the anti-hero, whatever. Either way, the audience is rooting for them. And then there's the antagonist. The antagonist makes up the protagonist's story because you need a really good bad guy or a really good opposite to the protagonist in order for a story to really come together and to have some legs. So antagonistic movements, such as what I'm doing today with the farmer walk, it's just to make sure that everything is even, just like a good story or a good movie. So you want to make sure that when you're weightlifting, everything is even and well-rounded. So in weightlifting, for every push that you're doing, whether it's bench press or overhead press, you got to do the opposing resistance muscle group in the same plane, whether it's horizontal or vertical. That way, you're not overworking one muscle group. And for example, your pecs and your shoulders can pull forward on your shoulder joints, and there's nothing in the opposing group to keep that shoulder even in that socket. So when you're weightlifting, you got to make sure that you're doing a nice even ratio between those two movements. So that way everything stays nice and even, and you'll avoid impingements and risk injury. Now I'm going to pause here as I'm coming up to my top set because I was kind of moving that bar pretty slowly. And so since it wasn't moving as fast and it didn't feel as good as I wanted it to, I decided this was going to be my last set, which is going to be 320 pounds on the axle bar, which I'm very happy with. As long as I can continue to do this every time I come to the gym without any equipment on, I'm always going to be happy with that. You can see it got a little wobbly there. So that's why I decided I'm going to put it back for now. I'm going to end it there, and now I'm going to move on to the volume giant set. And to tell you the truth, the volume set is the key to this whole workout. This is why I'm in the gym today. I was mainly just going up in weight just to see what percentage of the 1 rep max that I hit today that's going to go into this volume giant set. I'm going to do 3 rounds, and I'm going to do 8 repetitions at 240 pounds the entire time for 24 pounds total. I'm also going to up the weight on the trap bar as I carry it. So that's going to continue to be the same for the volume giant set. And I'm also going to continue to do jump ropes as well, just to keep it nice and even and easy to keep track of. Now going back to the antagonistic movement, even though I'm not doing a pulling movement in the same horizontal plane as a bench press, I still do that on my other giant set days, on other workout days. You'll notice that I do a lot of rows on different days. And so that's how I'm making sure that I'm keeping even with the bench press. And it carries over a lot with the bench press and keeps my shoulders healthy. People always ask me, how am I able to work out so hard with very minimal equipment and not have any aches and pains and injuries and shoulder problems and knee problems and hip problems or lower back problems that other people have? And it's just simply because I do a lot of antagonistic movements and I keep track of them to make sure that everything is well balanced and I'm not overloading one muscle group that will throw my body out of whack because the muscles are pulling everything out of alignment. Now once I was done with this, I moved on to my assistance giant set, which I'm now going to try to carry max weight for distance on the trap bar. And you can see that pulls my shoulders down a lot. So when I do a lot of overhead pressing or bench pressing, I run the risk of getting shoulder impingements. but doing heavy trap bar farmer walks pulls my shoulders down and away from all of those nerves and creates space. So now I'm able to get a lot more blood flow there, and it pulls the tendons away from the bone, so that way it's not rubbing up and agitating those nerves. Now, as I come to my top set, I was very happy with this. This was 435 pounds, and this is just a great antagonistic movement to do in order to keep everything healthy and free from impingements. And I did more stuff after this, but I didn't film that portion, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe.